Alright, hello everyone, welcome to Overwatch Week 6 ECAC Fall 2021 action. Tonight we've got our post-university Eagles Overwatch team versus Penn State Behrend. Both teams at 3-2 right now. One win away from a playoff spot this fall. And in other news, we also have our Smash Brothers Orange team facing Paul Smith's College. That's funny. And their first player played Ike like me, and their second player played Jigglypuff also like me. Alright, we're just about ready to go here. Looks like it's going to be JBev on Orisa, Drew on Mercy, Mydudesa on Baptiste, Flirty on Cassidy, Frosty on Farah, and Ablindswan on Sigma.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Frosty's starting up on this Farah, gonna start peppering Penn State already. Trying to build towards that barrage. And it doesn't look like Penn State have the right comp to deal with Frosty. Their DPS are Junkrat and Genji, so Frosty's just going to be free to rain damage down on this Penn State team. The Eagles just have to survive long enough for that to be beneficial. There's the first kill by Frosty onto the Winston. Gets the Junkrat as well. Frosty low on health, though. Does finally fall to the Moira, but I think this could be the point for the Eagles as Deadlydrew does get the res off onto Frosty and gets him right back up in the air. Lucio out of the well as well. Penn State does still have the point, though. Eagles still need to clear them off. Lucio still running amok in the back line, but Frosty close to a barrage here. There's the coalescence coming down from Penn State. Has 2 kills traded either way. Penn State still with control of the point, though. Spades finally goes down on this Lucio, and Frosty gonna look for a barrage angle right now. As the minefield goes down. Frosty very low, does get taken down by the Cole as Penn State swapping to Cassidy to deal with this Farah. JBev very low on health. There's the lift. Another mine kill from Mukul on this ball. And Frosty going to try to go for a res, but he's staring at 3 members. Does get the res off. Frosty coming back on this Farah with the barrage ready. Is going to get a boop kill onto the Moira. That could be an opening for the Eagles, but nobody else really ready to advance onto the point yet. It looks like we've got a Diva swap for JBev. Getting off the Orisa, 87% now. Eagles have to get onto the point soon. There's the barrage. Not going to find much. Deadeye does find one, though. And the rockets coming through the window. Lots of damage coming out for Frosty. As overtime starts ticking. Looks like the Eagles feeling pretty good to take this point. JBev staying alive on this Diva. Getting very low, though. Does get popped out of mech. And there's the Deadeye. JBev also gets booped into the hole. 2 kills there for Paris on Cole Cassidy. Swan going to be taken down very low as well. He does not have Take a Breather. Is going to fall. And that's going to do it for point 1 on Ilios. Behrend takes it 100-0. Really, honestly surprising because Penn State had no way to deal with Frosty's Farah to start things off. But Penn State was still able to take the point. And now we're coming to Ruins, game 2 of the best of 3 on... Whoa, why does my stream look so bad? What in the world? Jeez, I hope it doesn't look that bad on the recording. That's awful. The heck? this is bad quality for you guys. Let me know. Like, I don't know what's going on with my OBS right now. Anyways, Drew on Lucio this time. And Frosty on the Reaper. Flirty gets stunned up. Nice kill to start things off on I Was in Paris, but Ganymede gets a return kill onto Deadlydrew, and it's a 1-for-1 to start things off. Nice headshot onto Spades, though. And Flirty popping off on Cole. Another kill for himself, and the Eagles take their first point here on Ilios. On top of some great shooting from Flirty. Genji coming out now for Penn State. Ooh, just missing that stun. Barrier is down low, and a great pick by Drew, and Flirty onto the Moira. And Eagle's going to push up now. Another kill by Flirty. Deadeye available. Is going to find two as he's booped away. Not booped far enough. And the Eagles with a great start here on Ruins. Flirty pushing up on Cole, going for even more stagger kills. Not really in danger of getting C9'd here, but Frosty out way in the middle of no man's land. Does make it back with the Wraith form, but there's the Coalescence going to take out Flirty to start things off. Swan falls as well, and it's likely going to be Mydudesa falling as well. A lot of ultimates burned by Penn State, but they are going to take the point back. But Eagle's going to get about 70% here. 71 to be exact. Two ultimates available for the Eagles. Frosty being sneaky on this Reaper. Going to look for a good Death Blossom. Can't quite find it, because the Moira calls him out. Trying to teleport up top, but he cannot do it. Was not sneaky enough. But the Eagles capturing the point right back. Almost have it. There's the self-destruct. Big beat drop comes down as well for the Eagles. But the tire comes down. Does take out Ablindswan and Flirty. Great tire there from Gloves. And that's likely going to be very close to being capped by the Eagles, but does stay in the hands of Penn State in the end. Frosty still holding on to that Death Blossom. Going to look for a lot of damage here in this next team fight. 3 ultimates available for the Eagles. Frosty revealed himself too early there. Oh, very early. Death Blossom does take out the Zarya, though. And that's a good pick from the Eagles to start things off. Another Coalescence comes down, though. And there's the Blade from the Genji. Gets 2 kills. And that's going to be another fight win for Penn State. Frosty buying some time, though, is going to be able to make it out. But the Eagles looking pretty desperate here. 82% for Penn State. And Eagles have no ultimates. Oh, sorry. They will have Deadeye from Flirty for this next fight. But they've got to touch pretty soon. 90% now for Penn State. There's the touch. There's the High Noon. Does get 1. Can't find a second, though. Almost gets the Lucio. Very low. Does finally take him down. Great kill by Flirty. Tire goes down as well. Doesn't find anyone. Good stun there onto the Genji. Gets booped up towards the Junkrat. Does die. But Frosty with the revenge kill. And the Eagles now with control of the point. 80%. Going to be time for just about one more fight. A Death Blossom available for Frosty here on this Reaper. Needs to look for a good flank here. Come in behind them. Force Reinhardt to turn his shield around. Oh, big shatter. And there's the Death Blossom. Going to find 2. But a beat drop comes down. Going to prevent a lot of damage. Wow, the Lucio somehow still surviving. D.Va is out of mech, though, for Penn State. And that's probably going to do it. Oh, but a Blade coming out last minute. Poor Paris does get taken down. Lucio also very low. Frosty finally gets the kill, and that is likely going to do it. Ganymede trying to touch. Oh, they have a Tracer now on the point. Frosty takes her out as well. And there goes Trickling now, and the Eagles hang on by the skin of their talons there. We're all tied up at 1 on Ilios after a fantastic Ruins map. Very close. Eagles getting warmed up now. Meanwhile, in our Smash game, we have a 1-stock lead over Paul Smiths. I'm gonna close that though.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Already on the Symmetra this time. Here on Lighthouse. Gonna teleport directly up onto the point. Taking control of the point. Mortality field goes down. The Eagles going to take control, but Winston jumping in. Ganymede doing a lot of damage. Is going to take one, but a boop kill by Drew onto Mukul. That's pretty big. 1 for 1 so far. And then a 2 more. It's going to be a 4 for 4 now. The Eagles capturing the point, but a res comes down. Ganymede going to be right back up on this Winston. Frosty getting pretty low. Doing a lot of work against this Winston, though. Wow, Primal Rage already? That's insane. First fight. And Penn State looking good to take this point now. Finally does as they stagger JBev on the point. Already coming out and trying to do some damage, but he's all alone. He does end up dying. But 88% to a Death Blossom and 91% to a Beat Drop already for post. Ganymede got that Primal Rage so quickly. I could not even believe that. There's the Beat Drop. They're going to boost in on that. Try to take the point. Almost take the point off of nothing. Here comes the tire, though. He's not quite going to find anyone, but a counter blade is going to find one, and the mines on the point. 3 kills for I Was in Paris on the Genji. As Frosty gets booped off. And 50% now for Penn State, but Shatter and a window available for the Eagles. Coming to possibly the second to last fight here. Speed boosting around the right side. Swan gonna look for a big shatter here. That's gonna find 2. Oh, but a great beat drop comes down to counter, and Eagles unable to find anything off of that shatter after it found 2 of the DPS from Penn State. JBev almost dies right after they self-destruct. And this is probably the final fight right here. 89% already. Dudes is still holding on to that window, but no more ultimates available for the Eagles. This is going to be very difficult to win. And JBev just died, so she's going to be very late to this fight. Frosty also getting taken very low. Well, do they even have the touch? Drew finally does touch the point and start overtime, but he is now dead as well. It's going to take a miracle at this point for the Eagles to come away. There's 1 kill, though, and there's 2 more from Frosty and Flirty combining, but the tanks are still alive. There's a barrage coming down. Is going to get 1, 2, but can't find the 3rd, and that's going to do it for Ilios. Penn State holds on. Well played from them, and they're going to take the map 1 victory. Don't know why I don't understand why my quality looks so crappy in the stream. This is a great play of the game from Flirty, though. On Cole. The fadeaway double kill with the Deadeye. Okay, second map is going to be Junkertown. Eagle's going to start on offense. And it's going to be a Protect the President composition here. With the Bastion. That's really bothering me. I don't know why my stream looks like crap. Can you guys tell me if my stream looks like crap, please? I don't know why. Like, it looks fine on my main monitor, but then when I look over to OBS, it looks like it's dropping frames. It looks better now, actually. Okay. Watching this Bastion here. Ooh, getting taken very low. Immortality field goes down. Doing a lot of damage. But nobody dying just yet. Reinhardt shield gets taken very low. Flirty very low on health now. Forced to get out of turret mode. Does get taken down. Eagle's probably going to have to switch things up. Good job dodging the sleep there from Frosty. Eagles do switch things up, going to the Cole Cassidy now. Oh, wow, very close. Does finally get the Ashe in the end. Great pick from Frosty. Mydudesa gets another one. And Frosty just wreaking havoc in the backline for the Eagles. Gets spades as well on the Mercy. Pulse Bomb kill is going to take out Ganny as well. Does get stunned up by the Sigma, but still survives, and the Eagles rolling up to point A now. Flirty swapping to the Soldier. Oh, great hook by JBev onto I Was in Paris, and the Ashe dies yet again. Space trying to get this res off. Does get it off right in front of Flirty. Was very fortunate to time that res during Flirty's reload. Flirty doing lots of damage. Is going to finally take out Mukul. Torb ult goes down. But the Bob wreaking havoc in the backline. And everyone dead for the Eagles. But the everyone dead for Penn State as well. And Ablindswan pushes it alone onto the checkpoint. It looks like he's actually going to swap heroes here for a second checkpoint. Oh, nope. He was just going back in for no reason. JBev with a whole hog available. No other ultimates, though. 30 close to a visor. JBev had a great hook on Penn State's Ashe player at the beginning of that last fight. Going to try to be sneaking around for another one here. Sneaky, sneaky Roadhog. Oh, that's not the target she was looking for. But does get a hook. As Flirty takes out the Torbjorn turret. Ooh, just missing another one. Ooh, Spades goes down trying to get that res off. And another great hook by JBev. Needs to heal herself, but doesn't press E in time. Beat drop goes down. And Swan and the Eagles continuing to roll through Junkertown now. Gloves very low on Torbjorn in the backline. He gets taken down as well. And the Eagles look like they're going to take the second point. And the car has not stalled very much. Still a little under 5 minutes to get this third point. And 3 ultimates going to be available for the Eagles for this next fight. Flirty also with a visor. Ganymede, just nice hook there onto Frosty, though. Frosty's sticking on this high ground with a Doomfist swap for Paris. That's interesting. Coming in hard on Flirty, but there's support, and they do a good job taking him down. And there's the visor through the window. That takes 1 down. That takes 2, 3, 4... 4, 5? Finally takes him down. What an insane visor through the window with Mydudesa. Great teamwork there from the Eagles. And everyone on Penn State is dead. The Eagles rolling through onto this last point. There is going to be probably one more team fight. Frosty has a pulse bomb. See if he can find some value with it. The turret does spot him out, though. And Turris is down, and he sticks one, gonna take out Mukal. Sigma. Here's another Molten Core, though. But Frosty's still doing damage in this back line. They cannot kill him. Gloves is taken down. Frosty does get stunned up and killed, though, and this could be Penn State holding here. But Drew does get saved, but that's a big lift coming out from Mukal. But no one dies just yet. Spawn advantage for Penn State, though. Flirty does take one down, but eventually this is probably going to go in favor of Penn State. There is one kill by Flirty, another one by Flirty. He's just popping off on the soldier right now. Anna's low as well. She does get taken down. And now it's just the Roadhog. He is going to be able to heal himself up onto point. And here comes a Winston onto point now for Penn State. And Eagles probably going to have to back off here as they are now trickling and the spawn advantage heavily in Penn State's favor. Mydudesa wisely backing off on the Baptiste. But another advisor available for Flirty as well as a beat shot for Drew. A whole hog for JBev. And Swan also coming up on a lift. So the Eagles should have plenty of ultimates to push this payload onto the last point. Oh, but a great hook by Ganymede takes out Flirty. And that's going to delay the Eagles' push for just a few seconds. Buying Penn State a little bit more time. Three, four ults now available for the Eagles. Frosty's probably going to have his pulse bomb as well. Oh, Frosty getting taken very low up top. Looking for a pulse bomb. Can't quite find it. Oh, lots of damage coming out, but he has no recall and gets taken down. A 1-for-1 so far. As B-Trop went down earlier, JBev very low on the backline fighting this Doomfist. Meteor Strike comes down as well as Whole Hog. And a Meteor Strike takes down two. Great hold by Penn State. And a lot of ults were also burned by Post University. And Penn State holding strong still. A minute and a half to go. Whole Hog available for JBev. The Eagles biding their time here, trying to group up as 6. They need a pretty clean fight here. Push the payload onto that final point. Good hook there on the Doom to start things off, and that's a great pick for the Eagles. Whole Hog comes down and gonna pump them all up. Oh, but slept immediately. Great sleep by the Ana player from Penn State. And the Eagles, a little bit out of sorts right now. The support's separated off from the rest of the team, but Frosty and Swan doing so much work in the back line, and the payload's getting pushed onto the final point. There is a Winston on the cart, though. He does fall in the end, but that's going to do it. 26 seconds left on the clock for the Eagles. And they push it all the way on Junkertown. And now they're going to be on defense. And Eagles going for a very similar composition here, except for Frosty on May, staying true to his name here. You love to see it.
You to watch my back. Let's gather some valuable data on this mission.
Go for a cheeky wall here. Wall blocks him off immediately, and the Hog is frozen, but Immortality Field saves him. Ooh, and Frosty gets hooked, but is able to ice block himself in time. And the Eagles doing a good job so far. As the Pharah falls as well, and Penn State gonna have to rethink their composition a little bit here. As they're pushing them back into spawn. Nice wall off onto the Sigma as well, and instantly dies to the Helix rockets from Flirty. And Penn State cannot figure out how to get out of their spawn right now. Frosty finally does fall to a hook from Ganymede, and the Whole Hog pushes Drew off as well. Frosty does get a bunch of kills with his visor, though. The window's down as well, but Flirty too far forward. And now it's just 3 members from post. Just Dudesa and the 2 tanks around here. They're going to fall back. But a good spawn hold for the Eagles. Eventually you will lose that, though, just because their spawn is so close. But Blizzard and Gravity Shift available for the Eagles. There's a lift from a Ablindswan. Gonna catch 2 or 3, but not much follow-up after that. But here comes the Blizzard from Frosty, gonna freeze up the Reinhardt. But he's got good heals from the Mercy and does not fall. Eagles holding strong, but Penn State not falling either. Drew on Brigitte, trying to get in there and look for some stuns, protect the back line. Swan very low, needs some heals. Does get it. No more barrier for the opposing Reinhardt. And there's the visor for Flirty. Gonna take down 1. Gonna take down 2. Gonna take down 3. And the Eagles holding strong yet again before this first point. Great job staggering this Penn State team as well. It's gonna take them a long time to come back and regroup. Woo! Just fine. Ganymede and almost dies to the hook, but barely dodges it. As Frosty swapping now to the Genji. Rally and Window available, both support ultimates here for the Eagles. Coming up on what could potentially be one of the final fights. There's this rally for Drew, and the Window, and 2 kills already. Big shatter for Penn State, but no damage to follow up as Frosty gets right in front of his tank and tries to block the damage. Swan, great job using the Window here. And 40 seconds to go. There probably will be one more fight for Penn State here, but that was excellent for the Eagles. No more ultimates available for this next fight, though. If Penn State's going to push it to the checkpoint, this is when they're going to do it. I don't think they burned too many ultimates there during that last fight, but they've got to hurry. 20 seconds to go. They need to touch the cart soon. Oh, that's a good Window. Swan gets hooked, but somehow gets out of it. Loves with a pick on JBev to start things off. That's pretty big for Penn State. Another hook onto Swan, but Ganymede goes down. And there's the High Noon. Swan getting in front and blocking it, making some room for his team. But the Eagles are holding strong still. Dudesa, no one paying attention to him over here. And 2 kills for Frosty with the Dragon Blade. And that's going to do it. Penn State is wiped off the map. And the Eagles will take Junkertown in convincing fashion, holding Penn State to 0 points. Great job on Junkertown. You can tell that they've been practicing on this map. Flirty with an amazing visor play of the game here through the Window. As soon as he took that turret down, he knew he was free to go ham. And we are all tied up at 1. Don't go anywhere. Alright, we're back, and the next map is going to be Hanamura. Series tied at 1 map apiece.
If everyone performs their function, victory is assured.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Give it your all.
So pretty standard Hanamura comp coming out for the Eagles. Very brawl heavy. Surprised no Brig, but I understand the Lucio as well. He's going to look to bypass the choke point here with the teleporter.
Why do you struggle against your fate?
There's the teleporter up onto the roof. The Eagle's going to stay on the roof right now. Do drop down onto the point. Turret's going down for Flirty, but they're instantly killed. Flirty charging up, doing lots of damage. Turrets go down. Flirty does fall, though. Frosty trying to do damage on the Reaper, but... Ooh, there's one kill, though. The res comes out. Great res by Spades. But a good pin by Swan. Shatter gets blocked, though. And the Eagle's going to get wiped now.
Support me, perfect alliance.
Already getting taken low. Is able to make it out to safety, though, and the Eagles are going to regroup here. Mydudesa has the window available. Swan does not have the ult, though. Frosty looks like he... oh, yeah, he was Reaper. He swapped to the Pharah here. Let's take down the Torp turret. And Flirty going to switch to May as Frosty takes down I Was in Paris on the Symmetra. But they could res that. Spades does get the res off. And Banjo on this Baptiste takes out both tanks from the Eagles. And Eagles have to regroup yet again here on Hanamura first point.
Much better.
Frosty trying to build up a barrage here. Maybe find a pick. Or at least take out the Torp turret. The Torp turret will be killed there. Maywall's going to try to separate the team, but it's not exactly in the choke point. Frosty is still trying to pepper these shields. Does get taken very low, has to dip out. Drew going to keep him up, though.
Thanks for the assist.
Turret's still alive? No, it did fall. Oh, no, it is still alive. Frosty does finally take it down. And Penn State doing a great job of not allowing Flirty to separate them. Does get a pick onto I Was in Paris, but they might have a res available. They do have the res available. Spades gets it off, and it's still a 6v6. Lift is going to do some damage and take out Drew. Flirty stunned up, has no ice block either, needs to retreat. But Frosty does have the barrage available.
60 seconds.
1 minute to go here on first point. 3 ultimates available for the Eagles. This is the fight that they've got to win here. There's the grab barrage combo, but a lot of damage eaten by the Sigma. And there's a shatter as well. Frosty getting very low, still alive. Does finally get taken down. Drew gets the res on a Ablindswan. And a Blizzard available for Flirty as well. Going to clear off the point. Does get stunned up and killed, though. And another lost team fight for the Eagles. Penn State looking very strong here on Hanamura. Their map pick here. Frosty gonna try to get the touch on Tracer. Eagles swapping full to touch the point mode. Frosty's not gonna be able to touch. Oh, somebody does touch though. And Frosty's not gonna be able to do much against that turret, unfortunately, on the Tracer. And the Eagles just trickling in now, and it's only a matter of time where Penn State is gonna take it, and a draw is the best that the Eagles can do now if they full hold Penn State. Penn State with a great job on defense on point one.
Score 0-0. Switching sides.
No dying on my watch. Well, it's high noon somewhere in the world.
I like this composition here for the Eagles. Flirty on Cole and Frosty on Junkrat. I like the Junkrat here because usually on Hanamura offense, the team takes a Symmetra. I don't know why my stream looks so crappy. It's really bothering me. I don't know how to fix it. Well, chat, let me know if the stream looks bad for you. For me, it looks really bad. Penn State pushing up here. They do not have a Symmetra comp, actually. That's kind of surprising. Most teams do go with the Symmetra. Pretty just peppering them with bullets right now. Ooh, gloves with a kill on Frosty. That's huge for Penn State. They might just use that to push on in. Oh, and there's another one in Deadlydrew, and that is likely going to do it. The Eagles spawn so far away. The rest of the team has to play perfectly right now. Stun not going to land on anyone, and that's going to do it. Flirty going to fall as well. Mydudesa and JBev, the last players standing. And Penn State going to take Hanamura. Also in convincing fashion, so both teams clearly very well practiced on the maps that they are selecting. And Penn State goes up 2-1. Okay, we're back. Map 4 is going to be King's Row. Eagles need to win 2 maps in a row to take the series, but have historically done very well on King's Row. What if they're going to stick with this composition? I like the Hanzo Zarya, always a great combo. I might swap back to the Hanzo after trying to get a pick with the Widowmaker. We've done that on a couple occasions. Can someone in that chat please tell me, like, if the stream looks bad, like choppy? Because it looks really choppy on my end and it's bothering me, but if it's only on my end, I don't care. Because on my main monitor, it looks fine. Eagles pushing up onto the first point. Sentry turrets being annoying. As a Symmetra comp coming out for Penn State. JBev doing a lot of damage on the Zarya, but no kills yet. Oh, Frosty with a great pick onto Spades. And the Eagles probably going to use that to push in. Doing a great job with this pick-oriented composition. Swan does fall, though. Frosty gets another onto Iowa Paris, and Eagles could potentially look to push up here with spawn advantage. JBev close to max charge. 30 on this high ground, and Penn State's actually able to make it back to the point. The Eagles cannot take it yet. Well, they're just staying on this high ground. There's a big window, though, and the Eagles wisely back off. Whoa, but 3 kills right now for Penn State, and they're holding strong here on the first point. Visor's available for Flirty, but he's got to hightail it out of there. Just now sending everything they have up out here at him. Wow, somehow he makes it out alive. Takes down the sentry turret as well. Wants to Visor through this window now. Mortality goes down. Penn State backing off. Ooh, there's a nice grab, but no one on the Eagles dies. Dragon Strike kill for Frosty as well. Big B-Drop is going to save them from the shatter. And Ganymede gets pinned and taken down. Flirty very low, is getting healed up though. Going to grab the Mega for himself. And that's a nanoed Zarya that the Eagles have to try to deal with. They cannot deal with her. And there's the counter grab from JBev. But this Zarya's still alive, but 2 more kills for Flirty, and that's likely going to do it. A messy fight, but the Eagles do come out on top. They do have to kill this Reinhardt, though. Finally does go down. Spades low as well. Is going to fall to Flirty's gun. And the Eagles going to take point A.
Good job, team. Let's keep it going. Anyone need some healing?
Ooh, Frosty being sneaky. Frosty. No, Frosty had him right there. Ooh, fires it straight down onto him. What a great Dragon Strike. Gonna take down 2 immediately, and 3 with the left click. Frosty, the sneaky little Ninja Hanzo play. Pays off huge for the Eagles. That's going to get them a lot of free ground. Frosty, I was not even aware that this man had a Hanzo. Already doing a lot of damage to Ganymede's shield. Oh, wow, and the visor popped from Flirty as well. Gonna keep them zoned off at this point. And another Fire Strike kill for Swan, and that's already 3 kills for the Eagles. They could get this point. Drew finishes off Ganymede as well. Waiting out the deflect, and Flirty takes him down with the Helix Rockets, and the Eagles stalled out a little bit on that first point, but they have not hit the brakes at all since then. Ooh, Frosty, not sure if you want to be up there against the Junkrat. Gonna take a lot of damage, but Mydudesa is there to support. Swan with a big shatter, waiting and ready to go. Gonna try to get the sail down. Oh, blocked by Ganymede. Counter shatter is blocked as well, though. Swan can't get the counter charge. 2 kills for Penn State. There's a third. Swan's gonna fall as well, and Penn State holds here ahead of this final point. But a good push for the Eagles. 85 charge on JBev, but that's going to tick down as no fighting is happening right now. She is close to a grav, and also very importantly in line with Frosty's ultimate charge as well. So they'll be able to line up a grav dragon in just a few more moments here if they hit a few more shots. JBev doing a lot of damage at full charge now. There's the grav, though. Let's see if they're able to survive this. The tire comes out. Is it going to find anyone? Eagles retreating. Tire does find Swan, but there's the grav and then the beat drop, and here comes the dragon. It's a little late, though, and does not find any. Does find one with the left click. JBev does get stunned up, though, has no personal bubble, is going to fall. They had the grav dragon, but Spades was ready with the beat drop and ends up saving that. Also, the dragon was very late from Frosty, but Mydudesa does have a visor available for this next fight. And they've also got the visor window, which has worked for them well on the past. You saw it on Junkertown earlier. Let's see if they access it again. But a great Helix Rocket kill onto Gloves. That could be the cue for the Eagles to go in. There's the window. There's the visor. See if he can find any kills with it. He cannot, as hiding by the payload. Frosty doesn't get a kill on the Genji, though. And Penn State just backs off away from that window. But Flirty doing still so much damage even without the visor. Ganymede's shield gets taken down, and JBev finishes off the kill. And the Eagles rolling up to the final point now. Frosty close to another dragon. Gonna try to look for an angle here. Oh, he sees all of them over there. Immortality goes down, and that's gonna do it. Here comes the dragon. Can he find any kills with it? There's one. Very low. Gets out of there somehow. The Winston diving under the back line. There's the blade from Genji. Does take him down, but is there enough people alive for the Eagles to take this point? There is still a Winston on the point. And it's just Frosty and Drew, and they're going to have to back off 2.98 meters away from the final checkpoint. So close for the Eagles. They still got 60 seconds to go. You know, plenty of time, but not all the time in the world. Flirty might have time to charge up another visor, but the Eagles probably looking at another ultimate-less fight. Unless some ultimates can be charged up very quickly. Ganymede, a great swap on the Winston. Swan getting in there very deep. Going to be taking a lot of damage. Immortality goes down, and it's going to save him for now, but he's got to retreat. There's the tactical visor from Flirty. See if he can get any value out of it. Winston getting low is going to get taken down, but the tire kills Flirty in return, but it was a 2-for-1, and Swan pushing onto the point now with the rest of the team. The Doomfist swap for I Was in Paris, but he does get taken down. Ball swap as well for Mukal. And Swan swinging away on the point. Mukal trying to get some value with this ball, trying to knock some people off. Swan with the kill on the Gloves. Could charge right on out of there and get some heals. And here's a big dragon. Dragon grab from Frosty, and JBev timed up, synced up perfectly that time. And that's likely going to do it. 4 kills. There's 5 from Blind Swan. And 0.5 meters. As soon as the Tracer goes down, that's going to do it. And the Eagles push it all the way in overtime. Fantastic job. That time syncing up JBev and Frosty. You saw it. The first time it was a little bit off, and Penn State was able to get out unscathed. But it was not so the second time, syncing up perfectly the Grav and Dragon Strike. And getting those 4 kills in the end, helping the Eagles to push through to the final point. I like this composition for the Eagles. Frosty on May again. Gonna look to wall off this choke point here. I like this a lot with the Brigitte as well from Deadlydrew. He doesn't play the Brigitte very often, but when he does, it's very impactful, at least in my opinion. She's just an impactful hero in general.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Looks like a full dive team coming out for Penn State here with the Winston. Oh, and the ball for the tanks. The Ashe on the backline, though, is an interesting choice. Here's the ball wreaking havoc in the backline. Immortality field goes down. Mukal getting frozen up, but does get out in the end. Ganymede getting low. Is going to get taken down by Flirty. There's a double kill from Flirty. Goes into the ice block, and the Eagles looking strong to hold on to point A. Spade's going to get frozen up. He can't skate when you're frozen. Flirty finishes the kill. Another icicle to the face for I Was in Paris, and the Eagles with a very nice hold after that first team fight. Flirty looking close to a visor. Mydudesa very close to a window. Going to have that in a few seconds. And the visor window will be online for the Eagles in just a few seconds, possibly for this next fight. But here's the Winston jumping right onto the backline. Instantly dies to I Was in Paris. And the Eagles on the back foot now. But Swan with a fire strike kill, and Mydudesa doing a lot of heals. Everyone grouped up for his heals, but Mukal going to take out Deadlydrew, and that's likely going to do it for the Eagles. Primal Rage goes down as well. Big shatter for Swan, but no one there to follow up with the damage. And JBev going to be forced to retreat. Does get taken down in the end. And Penn State takes point A a little bit faster than the Eagles. I think about a minute faster than the Eagles did. So they're going to have a little bit more time to push it through the payload portion of the map. But a visor available for Flirty. No window, though. Mydudesa used it during that last fight. And here comes Mukal, very aggressive on this ball. Harris pops the deflect, but can't find any damage with it. Ooh, lots of mines coming down. Very dangerous for the Eagles to occupy the space of the map. But a lot of the mines actually got hung up on the side of that building somehow? That's weird. I've never seen that. A little bit of a wasted ultimate there from Mukal, but the Eagles still holding on to this checkpoint here. And there's the window visor, perfectly synchronized, but Behrend doing a great job hiding from it. Flirty does find one kill, does find two with the Helix rockets, though, and that could be all that the Eagles need to push up. Beat drop goes down, is going to provide a little bit of time for Penn State. Primal Rage as well, the tanks from Penn State providing a lot of room for their team, but Mukal getting very low. Flirty pushed into them. Banjo-Kazooie gets frozen up, gets taken down. Ganymede gets taken down as well. And the Eagles still holding strong on this first section of the payload portion of Kings Row. 3:20 on the clock now for Penn State. JBev with the grab. Frosty with a nice pick onto Spades. That's great. That's going to stagger Penn State even more. Ooh, but a tire comes out. Does get Deadlydrew with it. And that's going to be Penn State's cue to jump on in there. Frosty getting very low. Does get taken down before using the shift. Flirty has the visor available. Very low on health. Should not really pop it here. The rest of his team is dead. Oh, if he pops here, I'm going to be so mad. Okay, yeah, just go for the pick and die. I like it. That's perfect. Don't want to waste your visor. The rest of his team's not there. Drew going to taxi the rest of his team back here as most of the Eagles died at the same time. They might be able to get out to the point for another fight. Beat drop, window, and visor available. There's the beat drop. Eagles going to push in here. There's the window. There's the visor. Lots of damage coming out from Flirty. Going to take down one. Can't find a second. There's the second. Great hold here for the Eagles, utilizing their ultimates very well. Going to pick up a couple kills Not quite a full team wipe, but enough to cause Penn State to have to retreat. And Penn State now with 2 more minutes to push it to this last checkpoint. Eagles doing a great job of stopping them whenever they can. Ooh, Bios in Paris gets a great pick on Frosty. And that could be really big for Penn State pushing up here. And there's a lot of ultimates coming out for Penn State. Dragonblade takes down Flirty. Dude, so doing all he can to keep everyone alive, but that is just way too much damage. JBev gonna fall, Swan gonna fall, Drew gonna fall, and Mydudesa falls as well as the cart reaches the second checkpoint with 3 minutes on the clock. But now it becomes a little bit easier for the defenders with the close spawn. Frosty, 81% to a Blizzard. That's going to be the next ultimate for the Eagles against Penn State here. Penn State looking pretty good to push the cart all the way faster than the Eagles. Here comes Ganymede leaping in. He's definitely got Primal Rage. There it is. A lot of ultimates. Beat Drop comes down as well. No kills, though, for Penn State yet. Finally gets one, but one traded back by the Eagles. And there's Blizzard on the payload. It's going to freeze up a couple members. JBev gets a kill on a Mukal. That's a great kill. Frosty does fall, though. No ice block available. Drew coming out. The Eagles kind of staggering a little bit now. Drew doing all he can on this Lucio. Boop kill, not going to quite find anyone. There's the beat drop. Tire doesn't quite find anyone. Swan with a kill onto Gloves. And this could be a nice hold for the Eagles. 146 now. Possibly one fight territory as the Eagles chasing them down. Trying to stagger as much as they can. A visor available for Flirty. This visor is going to be so incredibly important in this next fight. So Flirty can land a good visor here and stall for long enough. That can allow the Eagles to farm up a couple more ultimates for potentially the final fight. This could potentially be the final fight here, depending on how fast Penn State's able to get back to the point. But Flirty already taken very low from the bombs. It has to back off. Winston coming in onto the point. There's a great visor go. Takes out 1, 2. And can't find the kill onto the Genji. Couldn't find the Genji. Frosty gets taken down as well. Everyone on the Eagles is dead. JBev still stalling on the point, though, on this Roadhog. Doing a fantastic job, but is going to fall in the end. Swan now on the ball. Going to stall as long as he can. Almost has mines available. Swinging around the point. Does drop the mines. Still 40 seconds, though. We're not even in overtime yet, so Behrend doesn't actually have to be here. They can back off if they need to. Swan does get 1 kill with the mines on Paris. Ganymede gets another one and has another Primal Rage available, and this is going to knock Post off of the point. JBev gets knocked down into Oblivion, and there's a triple mine kill for Mukal, and that's going to do it. 118 on the clock for Penn State. As they pushed it exactly 18 seconds faster than the Eagles. So it's going to be 118 on the clock for Penn State and 1 minute on the clock for Post University. A very close round one there.
We're all sinners now.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Double, triple, quadruple, check your out.
Remember, the Eagles have to win this, or Penn State's going to take the series. Eagles looking to stay alive. Drew and Frosty coming out with the Mercy Echo composition here. See if it works out for them.
Try to keep yourselves in one piece. I don't mind an easy ride.
Remember, not a lot of time for either team here. These first fights are so important with no ultimates yet.
I'm taking care of him.
30 seconds remaining.
Just pushing up, no kills yet. Frosty trying to do some damage on this Echo. Lodi takes out the turret again. But still no kills for anyone. And 10 seconds to go. We're already approaching the final fight here. There, the turret falls again. And the Eagles now on the point. Immortality goes down. Overtime gonna start ticking here. There's a window. Whoa, that's great. Flirty doing so much, but there's a counter window right back. And Flirty in the middle of nowhere now is going to fall as the ultimate's finally coming out for Penn State. And that's likely going to do it. Eagles have to full hold here. As JBev falls on the ball. And the Eagles need to full hold for a minute 18 to force the draw and extend the series.
to 3. Switching sides.
But a very close series so far. As Eagles really giving Penn State a run for their money. But have to play near perfect to force the draw here. We've seen it happen before, though. They've done it before on Hanamura a few weeks ago. We saw it. Eagles had their backs against the wall again. And they full held a few weeks ago on Hanamura against, I believe it was Wayne State. And similar situation here. It looks like they're going to come out with a similar composition that Penn State just used against them. Frosty on Torbjorn. He does favor the champion. He did play it on Rialto, I think it was last week. Florigan provides some consistent damage with this Cole. And the support lineup is Drew and Mydudesa looking to just stay together and AoE heal the entire team.
Defend objective A.
Penn State looking for a dive composition here, looking to get in on the back line. And here comes the Winston. Already getting taken very low already. Drew gonna get a kill onto Ganymede, but Gloves gets a return kill on Mydudesa. And without the Baptiste, it's gonna be very difficult for the Eagles to stay alive. Especially when Flirty misses his grenades. Gloves gets a kill on Ablindswan, and that's likely gonna do it. Frosty finds one, but there's two more for Penn State. And Frosty falls as well, and that's gonna do it. Penn State wins that first fight on the second round of King's Row. And they're gonna take it 3-1 in the end. Congratulations to them. They're gonna secure a playoff spot for themselves. The Eagles gonna be still looking for that playoff spot. They're gonna fall to 3-3 on the season, but this was such a great Dragon Strike from Frosty. And he finds the Baptiste as well, trying to jump over it. Great stuff from the post-university rookie. But the Eagles do fall in the end. Thank you for watching, everybody. We've got Rocket League action for you tomorrow, as our orange team is going to be taking on Central Methodist University. That's going to be tomorrow at 8 p.m., so make sure you tune in for that. Until then, thank you for watching, everybody, and I hope you have a great night.